Alright, so... Oh, Shane's not here either. I was going to see if I couldn't rename some of my stuff before we go talk to Granny. But now let's get on with it. Granny, you in here? You coming in?
Oh, what do you want? The fact that I cannot teach you any manners shows I am going senile with age.
Yada yada. Brother, what are you doing here? I'm glad you're both here. We can all plan together.
So what is it now?
The Guardians sent us a warning of fear and anxiety through the use of the mediums.
The Guardians are the powers that sustain the world. If the Guardians are sending a warning, that means a big disaster may be nigh here on Philagaia. There was a great war that threatened the existence of the planet long ago. Story time. And that was that.
Story time over. Okay. I didn't skip anything there. That was just the story time. It was just,
here is the story. And that's that. Okay, moving on.
I assume she's just going over the stuff that Siegfried was telling the prophets, just so that the party members are up to date on information. That's what I think was going on there.
Ever since
It appears we are not used to long lectures such as this. Even for me, 3.5 hours of...
You are all incompetent. That's it from me. No more.
Sorry, Granny. Don't get so mad. Come on, you're ruining your reputation as Miss Grudiev of 100 years ago. You go, Belle, Earth Elemental. I don't know, 100 years ago. How old is she?
It's too late to try and humor me. I'm not telling you anything. Nothing at all.
Please reconsider. Your knowledge is indispensable. You know, this is the fate of the world we're talking about here.
I told you already, I know nothing. But if you still want to know, go to the world's footprint and find out for yourself.
The world's footprint? The world has a foot?
Shane, take his dimwits to the world's footprint, will you?
Me?
Yes, you. I'm talking to you.
But I'm still a trainee as a pillar. Would it be alright for me to venture out of the colony?
The guy is in imminent danger. It's the pillar's duty to do whatever he can in times like these. You have my permission. Take this big fool to where he needs to go.
At once. I can't believe I actually get to help you, brother. We had 12 o'clock straight, so north, from Infinitum. The world's footprint is located past the dunes. We're counting on you, Shane. North of Infinitum, which means we're going to have to go back to where the Sandcraft is over at Jolly Roger and take the long way around again.
But that's fine.
Also, between parts, I go back and visit the garden off screen. So we're doing pretty good on healing items. Back up to 54 potions, which is nice. And I'm also growing full carrots, because they grow a lot slower than other stuff. It's fine. I'm not using many of them anyway. The Infinitum is that way. So yeah, we have to go back all the way around. That's fine. Get to hear this music again. So past the dunes of North Infinitum, this is Infinitum. Guess I keep going now, maybe? Yeah, there's nowhere to land up here yet. Could be on this island. Since we haven't been here yet. We didn't exactly get direct instructions on how to find it, so let's just do our tried and true method of running around and bashing the square button. And there we go. The world's footprint. This was originally a shrine to the Guardian Lords, but their powers are long gone. It's still regarded as significant in a different sense. In a different sense. Also, Guardian Lords? Elaborate? Yes, this shrine houses mural paintings which recount the history of Filgaia. Similar to a historical museum. Yes, you could say that. Let us then perceive the details about the Great War which took place on Filgaia. Thank you, Tour Guide Shane. Let's head in, shall we? An ambush right out of the gate. Oh no. Will I get lucky? And hope they're weak to light. If not, could be in trouble. Also, I'm probably going to unequip that ability from Virginia that's supposedly preventing ambushes. Oh, nice. Because it's not working. I swear I'm getting more ambushes now than I did before. Wow, we got so lucky. 2 dragon fossils, 6 light gems, and 2 heal berries. Nice. Now I'm just curious. Will I get more ambushes without this ability? We'll see. Puzzles. Appears to be writing on it. Okay, can anyone... Whoa! I've never seen that. Apparently you can change the direction of the Gale Crest during like cutscenes. Because I guess it kind of pauses it for a second. Interesting. I was actually trying to hit this with stuff. Oh. Your chamber ahead, respect your forefathers and proceed quietly. Oh. There's very few times it makes you use the sneak button, but... First, let us go back approximately 2,200 years. This is a painting of when the Neo-Sapiens first came down to this planet. Neo-Sapiens? They are believed to be the progenitors of humans. Because it's not just the demons that came from the other planet. That basically everyone did. So that ship floating up top is the immigrant ship. Yes, but even before their arrival, an indigenous race called the inhabited Filgaia. Like I mentioned before, I'm just going to pronounce that as Elf. I think that's what it's originally meant to be. Elves are mentioned in folklore just like the dragons. They are said to have been a beautiful race with long pointy ears. See? Elf. They are basically elves. Many traces of their everyday lives are excavated even to this day. This is when the two races, two different cultures, came face to face. And I guess that's that for now. So the elves were the first on this planet, and the Neo-Sapiens came down with demons. Though, maybe escaping the demons? I don't know. Can't do anything about that just yet. Can't remember if we get the thing for that here. If not, I'll just remember on the way out to note it down. This painting illustrates an event 1300 years ago. The elves had welcomed the immigrant people with open arms. The elves and the Neo-Sapiens lived harmoniously on this planet for a very long time. However, that all came to an end. Perhaps overcoming differences in race was too difficult. The two sides, filled with contempt and hate, began to battle it out. Thus began the Great War, which pushed this planet to the brink of extinction. So it wasn't versus the demons? I still get a little bit confused about the timeline of this world, I'll be honest. Especially when you factor in all the other games in the series that all fit into this timeline as well. Gets a little confusing. Neo-Sapiens utilised the power of science and technology for weapons, while the elves used the roar and terror of the Guardians. The hostilities of war spread throughout Filgaia. How ironic that the Guardians' first enemy was none other than our forefathers. Running out of encounter gauge. And you give me vitality gems? Oh no! Puzzle! Oh no, puzzle is this again, isn't it? No. I thought it was going to be another one of those, you stand on one and then the neighbouring ones change. So, 2-2. Okay. 2-2. 3-1. 2-2-3-1. That one's already done it. Okay. 3. So 3-3 is the top ones. So one that's already lit at the start is 1-3. No, because 2-2 is easy because it's the middle. 3-1 though. I guess it means 3 across and 1 up. So then 2-3 would be 2 across and 3 up, which is this one. Okay. 1 across and 2 up, and then 1 across and 3 up. Then 3 across and 2 up. That's the last one was 1. And then that one. There we go, okay. Once you figure out the cipher, that's not too bad. The Great War raged so long that the people fighting it forgot how the war started in the first place. The war finally came to an end approximately 400 years before the present. The Neo-Sapiens and the Elves signed a ceasefire agreement, and the fires of war over Filgaia were finally extinguished. So it started 1300 years ago, it ended 400 years ago, which means that war was going on for 900 years? Pretty long war, honestly. war that was thought to never ending left battle scars all over Filgaia. At least they were smart enough to end the war before they lost the planet in which they lived. Just, you know, probably should have ended it 900 years earlier. Better late than never, I suppose. Oh yes, gems. Ooh. Side door. Treasure. Yellow card. Lucky cards. And 2 warp stars. How many do I have now? Oh. 2. Right. I used them all. Oh well. To the elves, who were deeply attached to and relied on the planet's life, these battle scars were a serious threat to their existence. The population of the elves began to diminish at an alarming rate, and so the Neo-Sapiens and the elves decided to join hands once again, this time to rejuvenate the planet. However, it was too late. Approximately 150 years ago from today, the birth of the last elf signified the end of the elf race. The remaining Neo-Sapiens repented for all their sins and vowed to do everything in their power to revitalise the environment. Amidst the further of pro-environmental sentiments, the last elf, Mariel, gave rise to the Bhaskar Creed. I believe Mariel is from Wild Arms 2 or 1? I'm pretty sure she is in one of the other games, which takes place closer to the Elf War. Because like I said, the entire series all takes place on Filgaia, but just throughout different parts of the timeline that are so separated from each other, there's barely any crossover. So they're all very independent stories, but they just take place in the same world, just different parts of it. It's cool, I like it. Yeah, Mariel is a name I recognise, but I just can't remember from which one. Because I'm not an expert on the series or anything like that. I just really like it. It is said that she parted company with the Bhaskar after a bitter disagreement. However, the elf race are said to have great longevity, so maybe she's still alive. That's why to this day we continue our efforts and pray that our separate paths will one day cross yet again. So ultimately it was our forefathers who drove away the indigenous tribe of this planet. It may be that our very existence is unhallowed. Are we even worthy of fighting for this planet? Oh, don't start that. Dwelling on the past isn't going to change anything. I hate that kind of stuff. For once I agree with Jet. Wait, Jet's right. We can't change what happened by sulking over it. Hold your head high. We may be tainted, but that's one more reason why we have to protect the planet. In place of the elves, we're the ones who have to deliver a future for this planet today. I think that's our only way of making amends. I don't think that's exactly what Jet was saying, but, you know, close enough. Whatever gets the gang motivated, I suppose. Another side door. And more treasure. Growth egg. Where's MTC Bill 1? So who's lacking? Virginia and Clive. Let's give it to Virginia. Clive doesn't really strike me as a summoner anyway. The coin. And a weather vane. Oh. Not you again! I swear the game's just mocking me at that point. Anyway. Yggdrasil, I presume. This painting depicts the event of approximately 100 years ago. I'm sure you all know what this signifies. They all are bringing pretzels to an alien squid. Something like that, right? The Yggdrasil system, correct? Oh, yeah, that. Of course. Yggdrasil was created to revitalize Filgaia's environment. However, it didn't. My brother told me a little bit about what happened. It was a failure. As long as we live on this planet, we're the ones who have to protect the planet's future. However, looking back at history, there is only mentions of Neo-Sapiens who threatened this planet. I'm not quite sure what this means, but perhaps we are meant to harm the planet once again? No? I don't think so. Not unless you wanted to, I suppose, but I'm guessing you don't. Well, so yeah, it's interesting that it doesn't mention the demons at all. And that's why the timeline gets a bit confusing, because it's like, the story they're telling here seems to contradict the one they were telling earlier. Or maybe the one they were telling earlier about the demons and the Neo-Sapiens was on another planet, and the Neo-Sapiens came here, escaping the demons, but were just as bad. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Within these mural chambers lies only facts about the past. It's up to the people of the present to figure out how we want to interpret this. Couldn't the people of the past make these murals just a bit more specific? Just help us out a bit. We may still be in the dark now, but I'm sure we'll find the truth within them. Looking for a shortcut can lead you astray. That's what my professor always used to say. Yes, I understand now. I am always jumping to conclusions. Just a bit. Just a little bit. Is that it for the paintings? No. There's actually one more in the back. Yes, I believe this would be a good opportunity to see the last mural. Also, I just like there's a quick frame of Gallows still being in his pose that he was in the cutscene, in the gameplay. Just a fun little detail. It kind of shows that, like, even in the cutscenes, they're still using the normal in-game or in-field models for it, and just posing them a bit. That's fun. I like that. Okay. Yellow are the people aboard a white ship. Silver and green are the elves. Ignite the white ship and paint red. People are people and elves are elves. Okay. Okay. That's the secret sauce I was missing. Fair enough. Anyways. Thrilling. All this way for a blank piece of paper. But it's blank. And the order depicts the future, which lies in the wait. So we have no future? Is that what he's trying to tell? Probably not, but that's just funny. Yeah. It was individual to see this as despair and hopelessness. Oh, I did, didn't I? Or as a future which has yet to be painted. Of course, I'd like to see something painted on there. Yeah, something great and exciting. Yeah, but what's with all this rubble? Why is this the only place that's all messed up? This wreckage is of an idol modelled after the Supreme Guardians, the Guardian Lords. The Guardian Lords. Raftina, Justine, Zephyr, and Lucide. Guardians who preside over the old unlimited power of the heart which everyone possesses. They reigned over all Guardians but disappeared before the planet began decaying. Right? See, I've been studying. We do not know the whereabouts of the Guardian Lord's lost powers, but we must find them someday. The teachings of Bhaskar state that the future of this planet will not arrive without them. The future for this planet. Well, maybe we should go hunting. It was just the other day that I left my town to become a drifter, and before I know it, I'm involved in the future of the planet. It's almost like I'm a JRPG protagonist.
This is a very serious situation. So serious I can't seem to comprehend everything. But I do know what I do know. We have to do something. Not sure how helpful this was, but this is the last of the murals. We should head back soon.
Unfortunately, we have to walk out.
Oh. No, it can't be. No way. They're hideous. Actually, they look pretty cool, honestly.
Oh, nice to see you again. I'm just making a note. We'll have to come back here at some point to get that door that we missed. Well, not missed, but couldn't access yet. World's footprint with 2 look. There we are.
Leohold, Melody, and Malik? Are these the enemies my brother's been fighting? The ones who threatened Filgaia?
Here's a little something to celebrate our reunion. Arbitrary boss fight! Scarecrow, Steam Gear, and Leonhardt.
Okay.
Well, let's get started, shall we? Our usual strategy that pretty much always seems to work. Probably don't even need to analyse them, to be fair, but I still will anyway. So I guess in the Arcana suppress thing, whatever he did, makes him reflect magic. Well, that's fine. I wasn't going to use magic on him anyway. But honestly, I rarely use attack magic in this game. It's honestly not that good. Oh, they have elemental weaknesses. Well. Who needs that when you have a sniper rifle? Analyze the other ones because they actually do have weaknesses, it seems like. Which is rare for boss fights. Unlike our crit rate, which is very unrare. Holy crap, what's going on? Raven. Suppressed curse? I like how he's got a question mark on his attack. Like, even he doesn't really know what he's doing. To lightning. The other guy. We don't really need to use our Valiant strategy yet, because honestly these guys are not even hurting us that badly. Psychedelica? That's annoying. Alright, one down. You don't have electricity, do you? You analyze that again. Who does have electric? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Oh. The other guy can heal. Right. Let's go for that guy first then. Who's weak to every element. But he has magic reflect on, I think. Oh. Who has it? You do, okay. Fortunately, it's only a wind elemental attack. He can attack twice in a turn, it seems like. That seems unfair. Now let's just blast this guy. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Oh, thank fuck. That could have been bad. Whew. Okay. Still alive, huh? And there we go. And they were carrying Adventure 5. Sure, why not? Not only did you lose your soul, I see you've lost your human form as well. We have given up and disposed of all that, along with our weaknesses, thanks to the demon lord Siegfried. Are they the ones who can unleash the power of guardians in this present day? But Filgaia is impoverished. The power of the guardians must be limited. Surely you should be able to defeat them. No, sire. If only we were graced with the power of demons as you are, these rogues would have been long gone. Siegfried. However, we still have other matters we would like to take care of before we dispose of them. These rogues have taken everything from us. These rogues insult us. You seek vengeance. Interesting. I shall bestow the power of demons upon all of you, and to you I shall instill fear. You will have front row seats to witness this planet's transformation. Until then, continue to struggle as you do now. That's the blue menace that appears in my dreams.
Oh no.
So those are the ones my brother's enemies. The ones who threatened Filgaia. But there wasn't a thing I could do about it. As a pillar, I am destined to fight any threats to Filgaia. But in actuality, I am always shielded by my brother, unable to do anything. I am completely fecking useless. We found out who the Guardian's enemies were and how Bhaskar came to be. We've got the general idea of the planet's history. What good does that do us? The Guardians have declared the demons from folklore as the enemy yet again, but we're dealing with the present now. We don't have time for this. Putting Shane in danger wasn't good either.
Will you cool it for a minute? Having you fret isn't going to solve a thing. This planet's enemies are not the demon artifacts. He may be only one, but a demon has risen from the ages of folklore. How do we face him? What do we do? The power of the Guardians defeated him in the past, but how effective are their decayed powers now? That's it! The power of the Guardian Lords. If they can be awakened, then maybe... Nah. Trying to figure out everything at once is making my head explode. Looking for a shortcut can lead you astray, as they say.
What we currently know is that a demon is trying to do something with this planet. Do you remember the words the Blue Demon Knight Siegfried said to us? This planet will transform? Do you think that refers to the evolution of Filgaia that the prophets wanted? In a broad sense, yes. However, we are dealing with demons who are said to have left behind the wisdom of Hades. There must be more definite and concrete malice behind his words. Where are you going, Granny?
The invasion from another world can only be dealt with by the powers that sustain the world, the Guardians. Such limited option as well, no use thinking about it. Plus, I'm sure we're all hungry. We can't come up with good ideas on an empty stomach. I'm gonna go fix some dinner. Join me if you'd like. In fact, I suggest you spend the night.
Sounds like a plan. This planet will transform. Yes, I've heard those words before. Yes, they're the exact words that I asked my professor about. That day, that moment. This planet will transform?
Yes. Reborn into a Filgaia filled with green, as it once did.
Not to Filgaia covered by wasteland and desert seas we have come to know. So Filgaia really will rejuvenate. But that all depends on whether this planet will operate as planned.
Listen up, young one. There are those who view the work of archaeologists as pointless, but that is untrue. If we are able to investigate and pinpoint the cause and origin of the planet's decay, we may be able to find a way to reverse it. And remember, looking for a shortcut can lead you astray. That's my catchphrase. The more we investigate, the more unscrutable it becomes. Filgaia has been decaying ever so slowly since ages ago, that is certain. However, take a look at these marks. There have been drastic change in the past several years. This in itself is the current state of decay. It's quite odd, really. I can't recall such a grand change happening. Perhaps I'm becoming more feeble-minded with age. Good heavens! A nanomachine! Son! I cannot possibly calculate this with my knowledge. But, even with such advanced technology, were our forerunners unable to rejuvenate Filgaia? Make haste, young one. The security mechanism seems to be activating each block. Quick, you can run past it.
Professor?
Stop calling me Professor, you imbecile. As the groom to be for my daughter Catherine, I am to become your father-in-law, you know.
There's another time to be arguing about these things. The security mechanism is catching up. You're not thinking about...
Someone must stop the security mechanism. Plus, it may take more time than expected to solve the mystery of the planet's decay. It may have been wiser for us to look for a shortcut in this case. But, alas, we have been led astray. We took too much time. I am much too tired, and my body is old and decrepit. Young one, I leave everything in your care. The fate of Filgaia and Catherine. The only regret I have is that I will not be able to see this planet transform. Listen well, young one. Unlike myself, you still have time on your side. You must track down the cause of the planet's decay and find a way to rejuvenate Filgaia to its original state. When you and Catherine become parents, wouldn't you want your children to have a safe and bright future? Take good care. Bye-bye.
That's it. We may be able to find out something if we search that ruin. However... No, this doesn't sound to be wavering. It must be strong.
What's the matter? Can't sleep?
No, I'm fine. I was doing some thinking about my memories of the past. But now that I have an idea of what the demon is up to... Really? What Hallie said about finding a way for the Guardians to face the demon. Apart from that, I believe we need to find out more about the demon's objective and intentions. I'll explain in detail tomorrow morning, when everyone wakes up. It's funny how sleepless nights are the most productive. Kinda true, actually. There was a ruin that my professor and I investigated that contained a device capable of transforming the planet. It was an old device that hardly even functioned, but for us who haven't the foggiest idea of what to do next, I believe this may prove to be a good lead. I think we should go there, but... Are you alright, Clive? You look a little down. Sorry to worry you. Yes, I'm fine. It's just that I have bitter memories of that place, but really, I'm okay. Okay. Don't strain yourself. It's an old ripped piece of a map, but the location of the ruin is indicated there. There's not much to go on, but let's do our best to pinpoint its whereabouts. And what you see, we start gathering information about the Guardian Lords Hallie mentioned. My professor and I always used to gather various data, even there seemed to be no relation. Looking for a shortcut can lead you astray. Yeah. I mean, it's not the best catchphrase, but I suppose it's alright. I suggest we visit as many locales as we can before we reach our destination. Map shred. So, yeah, now we're at the point where... first let's have a look at that. Okay, yeah, I can figure out where that is. There's not many places that look like that. But now we're at the point where things have opened up a bit. There's a few things we can do, and one of which is ignoring the story entirely. So there's three things I want to do. There's an optional, not optional. There's a place we can go where we can get a new companion. I believe we can do that at this point. Then there is getting the 4 Guardian Lords, which I believe we can do now. And then we'll go on to where the story wants us to go. You probably know something, right? Straits just west of the Dune Canyon Station lead out to the sea. Beyond the straits to the north lies Laxis Land, a village rich in traditions and folklore of dragons. They say that dragons' wings let you fly on forever over any hindrances, but that would do wonders for my business. And mine. That's why that is where we're going next, Laxis Land. It's just west of Dune Canyon Station and then north. But The scary thing is, along the way, there might be a boss on the way. Or two. So, we'll worry about that when we get there.